All right. So welcome back to Studio 39, aka the Bear Cave. I'm Rob Odie. This is Spotlight 39. Just like we do every time, I'm gonna ask you to please hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, share across all your social media, so we can continue to blow this thing up, get these student athletes the looks and the exposure that they truly deserve. Now that that's out the way, man, let's have some fun. Tell us who you are, where you're from, what you do, and we'll have some good conversation. The floor is yours.
Yes, sir. How y'all doing? My name is Bryan Green. I'm a junior at Lafayette Christian Academy, and I'm sorry, I'm from Opelousas, Louisiana, and my school is in Lafayette. I play football and baseball. Have 9 offers in football and 8 in baseball.
So we got a handful of offers on both sides, right? Football and
Yes,
baseball.
yes,
So
sir.
lots of talent, man. So look, I appreciate you jumping on. Like I said, so we're just going to talk some ball, right? We'll talk a little football, we'll talk a little baseball, see where the conversation goes. So let's start off with football, right? Because obviously that's kind of what just ended. I'm assuming your football season's done for the season, right?
Yes, sir.
And you were fortunate enough to suit up and actually have some
Let's see.
games. Did we
Yes,
have a
sir.
full season? Partial season? What that look like for you?
So our regular season is usually 10 games, but this year was 8, and I want to say we had 4 games in the playoffs, and we usually have 5. So it wasn't too much of a difference, but they cut it short for us for a little bit.
Okay, okay. So walk me through a little bit of your season, individually. How'd it go for you?
Oh, it went well, man. I feel as though I got a lot of my accomplishments achieved, even though we had a shortened season. Man, I put up great numbers. My teammates got me to our 4th straight championship in a row,
There we
so
go.
it was a very great year, man. And then of course, the offers came after that, so I'm just blessed to be in the situation that I'm in.
Nah, for sure, man. So the season went well, right?
Yes,
Now
sir.
let's think about some of the specifics. So what specifically went well for you? What are some of those goals that you said you achieved that that went well for you?
Oh man, so actually I matched my last year. I had 6 interceptions and 3 pick sixes. Well, I didn't get the 3 pick sixes, but I also got 6 interceptions. And I thought I was on the right track, building from last year. But with the season cutting short, still had 6 interceptions, so that was always a plus. This year, I also had 66 tackles, which is
Oh
a big
wow.
thing in my game. Being a safety, to do it for my teammates. 4th straight title in a row. That was a huge one right there,
There
man.
you
Just to
go.
just to be able to get it with my guys, man, because we put in the work in the summer, man. We didn't even know we was gonna have a season or not. So just to get that 4th straight title for those seniors, also, man, that was a big achievement.
That's huge, man. So we upped the tackle game, right? And then obviously
Yes,
you said
sir.
you matched the interception game. So let's kind of flip that, man. Let's think about this season and let's think about some things that you recognized at some point, either during or even after the season, that didn't necessarily go the way you wanted it, and that you're going to put focus on during the off season, to continue to perfect your craft.
Yeah, so there's always room for improvement in the off season, and I think one of those things that I need to improve is technique, coverage. So I think that's a big part of my game that I can make a big leap. And when I get on the next level, they'll be like, "Man, this man came ready to play. Like he got every single aspect of the game, and he was just ready to play." So I think technique would be a very big thing for me working on in the off season.
Okay. And do we have what's the game plan for that? Do you have any coordinators or coaches that you're working with? Any
So yeah,
programs?
actually, the dude that I train with, well, our 4 DBs, we all train with Derek Stingley's dad. So that's a lot of knowledge right there,
Okay.
just coming from that man right there.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So he's definitely a good person to have in the corner, right?
For sure, for sure.
That's cool, man. Are you involved with any 7v7 teams or anything like that?
Yes, sir, I am. I play for EPS Blaze out of Lake Charles, Louisiana.
Okay. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
with that, what tournaments or events do you guys have coming up, where additional coaches might be able to put some eyes on you?
Uh, I haven't got the schedule, but I know for sure we'll be attending one in Los Angeles, New Orleans, Florida. I want to say Atlanta for sure, and I know we got
Okay.
a couple of tournaments around here that will be attended, but those 4 for sure. I don't know the exact dates, but definitely those.
Very cool, man. So, you know, we might cross paths at some point. I got a handful on my schedule as well, mainly up north and a little out west, and then I think I got one down in Florida that hopefully I'm going to be able to get to. So
For
we might be able
sure.
to link up in person.
Yes, sir. That
Put this
sounds
COVID
good.
stuff aside, right?
Yeah.
So we got some things happening in the off season, right? You got the game plan to get bigger, better, stronger. Obviously you got a great coach in your corner, so the right things are in place, right?
Right.
So obviously, you said you had some opportunities, and like I said, we're not going to dig into the depth of it, but I'm just curious on at what point did those conversations start? Were they before a certain season or a certain year? Did they hit you online? Did they go through your coaches? What did that look like for you?
So when I first started the process, my first offer was Memphis. That came my sophomore year. They actually contacted my 7-on-7 coach.
Okay,
Because I don't think they knew my head coach that well. So they contacted my 7-on-7 coaches and they saw my film. It's like, man, this dude's a baller or whatever.
hold
So
on, hold
then
on. So I'm gonna
they
pause you right there. So
okay.
you said that they hit your 7 versus 7 coach.
Yes, sir,
Right?
they
So
did.
I'm just gonna put a little public service announcement out there for anybody who is doubting the 7 versus 7, idea, the process, any of the above. Listen right here. It
Yeah,
works. There's eyes everywhere.
yeah,
Fantastic, man. So I appreciate that. I just need to throw that out there because there's a lot of doubters for whatever reason that seem to
yeah.
think that 7 versus 7 isn't the real deal. So I appreciate that.
Yeah. So after they hit my 7-on-7 coach, they asked for all my information about my school or whatever like that. And then they finally got in contact with my head coach. So they was like, man, they really love me or whatever like that. And they said they were going to offer me. So of course I got the call after that. They gave my first offer and I was in shock. I was in
Life
a lot of
changing,
shock.
right?
Oh yeah, life changing. So then after
Somebody
that,
wants you to be a part of what they got going on, man.
and,
That's
and
a,
that's
a
the crazy
blessing.
part about it. Like, man, this is crazy how people put their trust in me and think that I'm willing to better their program. And I think that's the biggest thing for me in this process.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, man. So,
Yeah,
so look, I appreciate that. Like I said, I'm looking forward to watching your future unfold and see where you're gonna
sir.
land, whether that's on the baseball side or the football side. So let's take that and let's go to the baseball, right? So,
Yes, sir.
are you guys having a full baseball season? If so,
Yes,
I'm sure camps and such have probably opened up or are about to open up, if I'm not mistaken, right?
yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
man. So for baseball, right? So what position do we play?
I play outfield.
Okay, so across
Yes,
the
sir.
board, all across the outfield?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, mainly center field, but
Okay,
I'll go to right and left if I need to. But I roam the outfield and center field.
okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
So playing the outfield, man, and then obviously, playing safety, on football, you gotta have a little bit of speed. Have you
Yeah,
had a
just a
clock
little
40
bit.
recently?
No, 40 I haven't clocked, but my 60-yard dash, what they usually do in baseball is a
Sure.
6.56.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
I was gonna say, yeah, baseball goes with the 60, football goes with the 40, right?
yes, sir.
Cool, man. So you got the wheels to play, both sports for sure. Um, Now with baseball, how was that process? Did programs start to reach out, in a similar fashion? Are you on a travel team, or what does that look like for you?
So, yeah, I'm on a travel team, and they actually hit my travel coach up for my first offer, which came about a little bit after my sophomore year of baseball,
Okay.
that beginning of the summer. So yeah, they hit my coach up. They got in contact with my high school coach too, and then they end up calling me also like football. So
Yeah, yeah, man. No, that's cool. So you've got two prime examples that, additional, leagues during the off season really pay off, right?
right,
Both on the
and the thing is for me, I think summer things can help a lot because a lot of coaches during your season, I'm gonna use football for example. While you're playing, the coaches are they getting ready for their games and stuff like that.
Yep.
So in the off season, they can come down and see you play and see you in person and stuff like that. And I think that helps a lot in a recruiting process and them trying to see who you are in person.
Nah, man. Well said. Well said. That's exactly it, man. Like, I went through the whole process, with my man Darius behind me, and he was being heavily recruited by Virginia Tech,
Okay.
and Coach Foster the week of their bowl game, made it a point to come 4 hours down the road, and pull him out of class for one last,
Okay.
spin and try to get him to come, to Tech,
Yeah.
and that just goes to show, how far they go to want you to be a part of something that they've got
Right.
going on. So
Right.
that's cool, man. So let's do this. We've got a pretty good idea of who you are as a student athlete on both sides, right? Baseball and football. But here's a great opportunity, for you to share a little bit of who you are as a person outside of the game, outside of the sports. Who are you outside of being a student athlete? What do you like to do? What are you involved with? Any community events, any give backs, anything like that. Who are you outside of the game?
So outside of the game, man, I'm just a very lovable, talkative person, man. Being from Louisiana, obviously get to I talk a lot, man. I'm just a loving person that you can always come to for anything that you need. Outside of that, what I love to do, workout. I love watching movies and going hang out with my friends, man. Just having fun with those boys, man. That means a lot to me. Um, I actually do a lot of community service around my town because I'm from a small town. So
Sure.
any little thing I could do outside to help my city, man, I'm all down for it.
No, that's big, man. That's big. So, look, I appreciate you taking the time. Like I said, you could be doing several other things other than talking to me this evening. So, I appreciate that. I'm just going to close out this conversation with the same question I do every single time I talk to a student athlete. And that question is, what motivates and what drives you to want to wake up tomorrow and be that much more successful than you were today?
Man, what really drives me, man, I just want to see everybody, like kids under me that's younger than me, man. I just want to see them succeed and put them in the right direction for them to succeed. Like if they have somebody to look up to, which I could be that person that they look up to, man. I don't want to set a bad example for them and then they be like, oh, this is the right way when it's really not. So just being there for the younger kids, because everything's bigger than me. That's how I feel. And that's how my coaches in high school, that's how they taught me, man. Everything is always bigger than you. Never put yourself first, man. Just make sure that you setting a good image of yourself so everybody else can follow your direction.
Now that's huge and very well put. So again, man, I appreciate you taking the time. For the viewers out there, please continue to do what you do. Hit that subscribe button, share across all your social media. Let's blow this thing up, man. This young man has an incredibly bright future. Super excited to watch it unfold. I appreciate it. Stay safe, stay healthy. Good luck with your baseball season. Good luck with the 7 versus 7 tournaments and such. Like I said, hopefully we get to cross paths at some point. With that being said, man, I'm Rob Odie. This was Spotlight 39. Until next time, we'll talk. All right.